Meanwhile, that storm left thousands of Michiganders in the dark this morning. Crews, though, already working around the clock to get things back online. We're going to check in with Matt Johnson with Consumers Energy. And Matt, already this morning, in just the last few hours, it looks like at least 20,000 people have gotten their power restored. We know you guys are working diligently to do that, but what are you dealing with at this moment?
Yeah, well, thanks for having us. First of all, we're dealing with widespread power outages across the state of Michigan, right? And the storms from last night that we saw over here on the southwest side of Michigan, over here in our area, were significant, right? They were devastating. We saw a lot of damage, and unfortunately, that caused a lot of power outages. But we were also dealing with an ice storm prior to that over the weekend too, and so we have crews, that were stationed well in advance to be able to get out and be stationed and in these areas, ready to restore power as quickly and as safely as possible. And this morning, we're working on 16-hour shifts, giving those crews work and giving them a break to get out there and taking a look at some of the images that you're showing to restore and get those lines back up and those poles fixed and get those wires back up and the power back on as soon as possible.
Yeah, we're seeing those images of down power lines, debris, of course, and that can make things tricky for you guys. But what would you say a reminder for folks that maybe are dealing with a down power line, a tree in their yard, or even driving and they see that too?
Yeah, definitely stay at least 25 feet away from those power lines, right? They are very likely live power lines, and we don't want anybody to get hurt, right? You can call 911 if you see a downed power line. You can also call Consumers Energy if it's not an emergent situation. 1-800-477-5050 is the phone number to get in touch with us. You can report those. You can see on our Consumers Energy outage map all the different areas that are impacted, and that little green outline shows you that we're working on all of those areas. So look at all of those areas. You can see that we already have crews assigned and working to restore power. That's great news. It hopefully will help us to be able to, get power restored. We're hoping by the end of the day tomorrow, for most people in the extreme hardest hit areas, it might take us until Wednesday morning. We are also bracing for another storm Wednesday, as Terry mentioned. So we're constantly out there working as hard as we can and as safely as we can. Just give us that space and time. Stay 25 feet away from those power lines. Call 911 or call us if you see something.
All right, Matt, we always appreciate your help. And again, we hope for the best, especially ahead of this next line of storms, and hoping it won't be quite as bad as yesterday's storms.
Yes, thank you for having us.